Chihuahua.
Good morning, Vietnam!
Rise and shine.
I'm the leader of the Repeal the 19th.
I think it was awesome. Sorry, whoever's offended by that concept, I don't care. I thought it was awesome.
Because we have a tendency to think that way around here.
My nigga.
Y'all the ones bringing this stuff in here, but I'm the poster child for it.
Where are you from, bro?
Oh, I'm from Tennessee.
Oh, that's a sick accent, bro. I haven't heard that before. That's awesome, dude.
It's my team. It's my quarterback.
And you're trying to get a controversial statement out of me. But
Come after me! I'm a man! I'm 40!
Bring your ass.
Hey.
You serious?
Football's back, cricket. Let's go. Oh, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Game On. This is the Sports Morning Espresso Shot. I'm your host, Will, from Game On. He's Cricket from sportspicks.locals.com. We're here to bring you the latest, greatest going on in the sports world, and that is football. Cricket, you pumped?
I mean, yeah, it's back. I'm not near as hype as you, man. I can't get that hype. I'm telling you, here's why. Here's why I can't get hype, man. Because I'm sitting here and I'm watching Sports Center this morning before you come on, and we got the Hall of Fame game tonight and all that, and you got the Bears and who?
Texans,
okay. But the only reason I'm not as hyped because I apparently Caleb Williams has already been working so hard that he needs to rest in his first ever preseason game.
Absolutely. You know how much energy it takes to paint those nails and get them right?
Yeah. I mean, this is why I have a hard time getting hyped because I'm like, you couldn't go out there and play 2 or 3 series. At least you've never played an NFL down. You're the number one.
You got to remember. They play. These two teams play one extra preseason game than everyone.
I didn't know that. I did not know that part.
They usually, both sides usually don't even get close to starting any of their starters. It's usually the guys that they're trying to see if they make the team or not.
That's fair. Then that's fair. But I can't get 2 series out of a guy that's never played an NFL down.
Nope.
And I just invested all these millions of dollars.
And we got a lot of new things like Miss Marlene in the chat talking about the onside kick rule. Maybe we'll dive into that today. Okay. Because I got some things to talk about with that. But there's a lot of first things going on. So the new onside, not even just the new onside kick rules, the new kicking rules altogether. For the first time ever, cricket, you are allowed to have 12 men on the field in the NFL. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We may not see it tonight, but it can happen. We'll get into that and more. And then the chains, they're using using the electronic chains. They're testing those out. So the chain game may be gone one day, but they're going to try out the electronic, like the little football, little marker electronic, so we can actually know if that crossed the line and got the first down or not. You know what I mean?
Do we got like a chip in the ball or something now?
I think something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, we've said it before. I don't know what took so long. I hate the chain gang kind of gets pushed out here because that's always been part of the game and stuff like that. So I hate they get pushed out. But once again, at that level, I just want to get the call right.
What up, Bold? Bull goes, football, hype us up, Will. Ooh, I'll hype you up, man. I was moving a little slow, but then I just literally right as that thing turned on to go start, I looked over here and I see Texans Bears Hall of Fame game. Man, I got the energy in me now, cricket. I feel like if there wasn't a bunch of babies sleeping up here, I'd be preaching to you guys like a pastor, singing hallelujah, praise the Lord, football is here. All right, but I can't get that wild this morning. I'm sorry, everyone.
It does feel good to have it back. We're that much closer to having real football.
If I get too loud and I wake any of those babies up, man, I'm not even gonna make it to the Hall of Fame game tonight. My wife will. You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't wake them babies up. I mean, I get it. I couldn't even get fired up about dudes playing women's sports yesterday because I ain't trying to wake the babies up early, bro.
Ain't that the truth? Yeah, so we got all of that. What else do we got to talk about? It's gonna be a little bit random all over the place. All right, that's how it's gonna be.
It's kind of my fault, man. I told you I was gonna text Beardo yesterday, and then once again, me underestimating the amount of time that daddy duties require and all these things. I just simply, I was laying there last night in bed watching whatever, and I was sitting there thinking, oh shit, I didn't do my job today and get us our guest for tomorrow. So that's my bad, y'all. I dropped the ball on Beardo.
It's all good. Will the amount of pressure in the ball affect the chip? I don't know. This is what we're going to learn. We're going to learn a lot of things tonight. That's another reason why I am excited for all of this. What else do we got to talk about? I love this comment from Buku yesterday on our show. Look at this. Why is it cricket when we try so hard and we put together something real professional, crisp, clean, put a lot of work into it, it goes great. And then like yesterday, when I couldn't talk worth a damn, couldn't get things going. Buku says the start of the show is pure gold.
I've been, that was SD14 fans. She was all about that. My dad, I took the boys over to see him yesterday. And he was like, man, start of the show this morning was solid, bro. I was like, yep. Y'all know we come in prepared.
We're authentic. You know, I could have just tried to roll with it and make it terrible, but I'm like, cricket, this sucks. Hey, I didn't even click start over here. Okay, well, great.
Yep. We'll try it one more time. Hey, we're genuine. You know that, man.
To see is what you get, people. Just
that's proof in the pudding and all that.
I appreciate everyone checking out the show, though. Really do. And I'm excited. Okay. But what else do we got? We got to talk about a little bit of baseball yesterday because cricket. Let's start there.
Okay.
Let's start. I told you it's gonna be random.
Oh yeah, I love these. The random ones are my favorite.
I had a parlay and a baseball parlay yesterday. Well, first of all, I want to talk about this. My bet for the contest and my one straight bet yesterday that I played in the MLB was looking great. And I don't know if you can count this as a bad beat, but let me show you the box score of this real quick. So I had the alternative.
Good morning, MB.
Share that. There we go. Good morning, MB. How we doing? I had the alt total in this thing under or 6 or under. Because I'm thinking, here's my thought process, right? Now you look at this and you're like, the total of this game was 8, so it barely went over, thanks to a 9th inning rally that meant nothing.
God,
right?
Dude, that happened so many times.
But look at this. So here's my thought process on this. 2 decent pitchers going. I mean, Zach Gallen's pitching. Washington's got a decent pitcher out there. Who was it? I think it was Gore. And yeah. And my whole thought process is I love fading teams in different ways after they put up like a ton of runs the game before. So like Arizona shellacked Patrick Corbin and them.
Yeah,
17, right? So I like trying to fade them in one way or another, not directly that they're going to lose. Sometimes I'm like, let's go under in the game total or something.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Especially when they got Zach Gallen at home on the bump. It also is a 12:45 local time start. So they just played the night game and they're starting.
Oh, golly. Yeah.
So I'm like, I feel like we're going to be a little bit off. And I was right. Look at this. Through 5 innings, it was just 1-1. And I'm like, we're good.
Man.
We're good. We're looking solid. And then Arizona decides to put up 4 in the bottom of the 6. And I'm just like, it was like hit after hit after hit. And I'm like, what are we doing? So then it's at 6. And I'm like, okay, we'll get a push. No. Washington comes back, puts up 1 in the 8th and 2 in the top of the 9th. So if you had the over in the game, you were excited for Washington to put up 2 late in that last inning.
Bro, I feel like it's always in these, anytime I do that where I take an alt total under or something, it's always 1 inning that gets me. Somebody comes in, like you said, it'll be scoreless through 5 in the top of the 6. Somebody hangs up a 7 spot or something. And I'm like, how does that even happen in professional baseball?
Yep. They should have gone into the 6th inning. What they screwed up is the 6th inning because Gore, that's when he kind of fell apart. He gave up 3 earned runs, so he gave up 1 in the 3rd. So he must have given 2 of the 6. They should have brought in a new guy in the 6th.
I'm thinking, can we not get a bullpen guy in there at all ever?
I don't know.
I mean, he gave you 5 solid innings.
You want to hear about my disgusting parlay loss?
Yes,
because it was beautiful. It was beautiful.
A beautiful mess, huh?
Yeah, it was beautiful. So I took the Cubbies. They were underdogs.
Shout out
to got it done. 13 plus 4.
Shout out to her Cubbies.
Shout out. Now I took Oakland, and I decided saw a lot of sharp action stuff on Oakland, but I didn't trust Oakland, so I took the run line, took the plus 1.5. Now, if I told you Oakland scored 0 runs, you'd think that I was probably dead to rights on that one.
God, they lose 1-0.
They lost 1-0. So guess what else I did? I decided to get stupid with my final pick.
Tell me.
The third leg. This would have been a plus 850 winner had I just not gotten greedy.
Those two together were plus 850?
No, those two plus the third one that I'm going to tell you was plus 850.
Tell me the third one.
I played the Astros.
Oh, you took the run line.
I took the run line instead of the money line, cricket. Damn it. Wow. I was smart with the run line on one and dumb with another. What are we doing?
Hooks and hooks, man.
God, you know what sucks is this loss, and I had to just sit there and watch this one win just to piss me off even more.
Oh, that's your own fault. That's your own fault. You know that second one loses like something like that. You damn sure don't check that third one, bro. You know it's a winner. What you do is you turn around and bet it straight up.
Not look. I cannot.
If you want to look, go ahead. But if you know the second one loses, you go ahead and you bet the third one straight up every time. You get you some of your money back.
I didn't have time to by the time I got home.
Yeah, that's brutal, dude.
Oh yeah,
brutal.
Quick little recap though in baseball: Marlins defeat the Rays 6-2. Yankees defeat the Phillies 6-5.
They swept.
Bryce Harper went 0-14 in the series.
They got swept.
Yeah, bums.
Yankees,
they're back. Orioles. You know what's crazy is like if the Yankees get fully healthy. And the Dodgers, one reason why I didn't jump on the Dodgers because it was so juicy to take the money line with the Dodgers yesterday, ended up losing. So I'm glad I stayed away. But their just lineup isn't healthy yet. But you should see the people on the. I was listening to a guy talk about it, and I'm like, holy cow! They have an all-star team on the what is it the IL or whatever? Yeah. They have an all-star team on there that I'm like those guys come back. This is going to be insane. And then now they're starting pitching rotation. What do you got? You got what's his name? Glass now.
You got Glass now. You got
Kershaw,
the young kid that's in the running for Rookie of the Year, Gavin Stone.
Well, I wasn't even thinking him. So you got listen to this. So heading into the playoffs, this could be your rotation. It could be Glass now, Kershaw, the Japanese dude,
Yamamoto,
and then now they got what's it?
They just traded. Oh, they got Flaherty.
I always get his name wrong. Flaherty. Those four. Good luck.
Bro. And then you got, like I said, you got the young guy Stone, who's like 10-3 or something too. As your
just have him come in and relieve every now and then. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you guys did 6 innings. Thanks.
I'm telling you, man. I think that guy needs to be the. I guess probably at this point he'd probably be the fourth starter. But I'd start that guy over Kershaw. I mean, I know he just had his first game last night with first game in his career. I think 423 straight starts that he did not have a K in a game. And I think you were telling me that it was an underdog in the game for the first time since 2018.
First time since May of 2018 that he was a underdog in a game. That's insane.
I like old Kershaw, Tim. I got to see him in a little rehab start here a few years ago. The minor league affiliate in here. I think they're back with the Reds now, but they had been sold to the Dodgers at the time. And Kershaw was doing one of his rehab starts. But I got to see him pitch here in Chattanooga. Bro, that curveball, it's obviously not what it used to be, but that thing used to just fall off a table, bro. It's pretty nasty. I just like stand there and watch him throw his warm-up pitches.
Dude, they're pretty good at that. Yeah, it's funny you see that. Like, I always tell you when I played against Poyer, like in high school, I gotta see how good he was, right? But then I'm like, oh yeah, I know how good that dude is. And he got drafted in like the 7th round or 6th round or something like that. And I'm like, what are these first rounders like then? Other than just big.
They grow them on Planet Nike, bro. Straight like, up. That's what I'm saying. These are not humans.
Real quick. Let me finish these real quick, and then we'll talk. We can talk a little NFL tonight. We'll look at the betting odds, and we'll talk about the new kickoff rules because I got some nuggets. If you're a sports bettor, or if you're just a sports fan, you want to know, like you want to put yourself in the mind of like how would Belichick exploit these new rules. I think I've got something for you. Okay. Orioles defeat the Blue Jays 10-4. Twinkies defeat the Mets 8-3. Braves defeat the Brewers 6-2. Royals defeat the White Sox 10-3. That is 17 in a row now for the White Sox losing.
Gross.
I was gonna jump on that train too of starting to fade the White Sox,
but
the game started before I could get the bet in.
I feel like it's too late, man. I feel like we just dropped them. I feel like the first game
I'm hopping on. So then when they win a game, I can say you're welcome.
Yeah, right. I'll totally be the reason for it.
Cardinals defeat the Rangers 10-1. Cardinals, sneaky team. You can get them around yesterday. You can get them around plus 250 to make the playoffs.
I bet them about 6 weeks ago. I got them a little plus 5,000 to win the World Series.
Ooh,
yeah, let's go.
You know, one team I'm
looking at, couple bucks on it to win a honey bun. You know,
one team that I'm looking at didn't help me yesterday, but it's like plus 350 Twins to miss the playoffs. I think they're gonna miss it. I think they are. I think it's.
I'd have to look at it. But they're a weird, streaky team.
Yep. Diamondbacks defeat the Nationals 5-4. Red Sox defeat the Mariners 3-2. Cubbies defeat the Reds 13-4. See, this is my favorite pick of the whole parlay. I should have just stuck with the plus 335.
Just laddered it
plus 135. Yeah, not even ladder. I should have just been happy with the plus 135 and said, hey, good bet.
No, you don't settle for that plus 135. You take a minus 4.5 at plus 750 or something.
I know. Good morning, CU. How are you doing, buddy?
Good morning, buddy.
Astros defeat the Pirates 5-4. Padres defeat the Dodgers 8-1. Dylan Cease came through. Dylan Cease is having a better second half of the season than he did first half.
That guy's good, man.
He knows how to play a little bit. Rockies defeat the Angels 2-1, and Giants defeat the A's 1-0. I feel like it's been a while since we've seen a 1-0 game. Feels like, I'm sure they pop up a lot more, but like it seems more rare nowadays to get a 1-0 game.
Yep, I'll be right back.
A home team 1-0 game.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy.
Okay, let's talk a little. We've got. You
hear me? I'll be right back. I got to step away for just a second.
Oh, perfect timing, because guys, we're going to talk about these new kickoff rules, but before we get into all that, we got to talk about something. We got to talk about our guts. All right, got to talk about keeping things clean and healthy. All right, digestive issues is something affecting millions of people. This is caused by a potential toxin that is in all of the quote healthy foods. Because we believe the government and all these agencies on everything else, so we should just trust them when they say this is organic, this is healthy, these are approved, certified approved foods by us. The healthy foods that scientists have been telling us to eat with a fraudulent food pyramid for the longest time. Could you believe that? I always look back at that and I'm like, yeah, I remember growing up, and the bottom of the food pyramid is all these carbs, just grains and carbs and stuff. And I'm like, no wonder we've got a obesity problem in this country. Everyone's been doing it all wrong. They taught us at such a young age, so wrong. And this potential toxin causes digestive issues. To Dr. Gundry, a world-renowned cardiologist, this is affecting millions of people nationwide. Oh, according to Dr. Gundry. Sorry. This potential toxin causes digestive issues, according to Dr. Gundry, who is a world-renowned cardiologist. Warning signs include weight gain. Oh, gosh, man. Fatigue. Oh, boy. Digestive discomfort. Stiff joints. Yikes. Even skin problems. Man, if I'm reading those off and you're starting to list them, I'm like, I got that. Sounds like you need to watch this video because this scary stuff. Dr. Gundry explains these side effects are often mistaken for normal signs of aging because digestive issues develop usually over a matter of years and even decades. And that makes sense because let me tell you a little something with my medical knowledge. The whole everyone always wonder why does it take so long? Why I gotta take these meds to when you've got an ulcer in your stomach or anything like that, the stomach takes forever to heal. It makes sense because it's constantly active. It's constantly got all that acid in it. Of course, if you've got an ulcer or something like that, it's going to take a while for that thing to heal. I mean, we're talking, it takes a couple months usually to heal up an ulcer. So that makes sense that these things develop over the matter of years or even decades. I can assure you that the damage is probably caused by these health foods, and it's far from normal. The good news is it's like when Trump says, I never see skinny people drinking Diet Coke. Or no, I never see. Yeah. He's like, I've never seen people drink. Skinny people drinking Diet Coke. I can assure you that the damage is probably caused by these health foods, and it's far from normal. The good news is you can easily help fix the problem from your own home. It's very simple. God, we love simple. We love it when it's just bang, bang, bang. Thank you. Thank you. Easy to do. Go find this cure for yourself at gutcleanseprotocol.com/studio. That's gutcleanseprotocol.com/studio. Click on the link in the description below, or sometimes you got to type that in. If the link doesn't work, just type in. I was experimenting with this yesterday for you guys. You just type in gutcleanseprotocol.com/studio. It'll take you right to this thing right here. You can watch this video. You can learn about it. I mean, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to just see what the doc has to say, right? Right. Especially if you got any of those problems I listed off, Cricket, if you've got weight gain, fatigue, digestive discomfort, stiff joints, or even skin problems, if you're sitting here listening to that and you're like, oh God. Okay. Yep. Just go listen to the video. What could hurt you? Go check it out. That's one last time, gutcleanseprotocol.com/studio.
All right.
I like these.
Yes, sir. You do.
Every time. I say
Man, my oldest is like clockwork, bro. Every morning, right about 8 o'clock, he's ready to go.
What up, Dad? What are we doing today?
That's what he's sitting there. He's like, hey, well, I go turn a little show on for him or something. We got Toy Story 3 rocking in there right now. And he's like, Dad, it's so bright. I was like, yeah, buddy, probably because your eyes don't want to be open yet. Bro.
Oh, he knows. We got the Hall of Fame game tonight, Cricket.
Hey, real quick, before since we're transitioning to NFL, have you seen the judge said that the jury in the lawsuit about the Sunday ticket and all that stuff?
I haven't looked into that yet.
It was apparently the jury did not take his advice when determining damages for this thing or whatever. He can order a new trial, he said, because the jury, 8-person jury, came up with its own calculations for damage. There isn't a timeline for when he's got to make a decision, but he told them that they couldn't be any speculation and all this stuff. It says damages may not be based on guesswork or speculation. Plaintiffs must prove the reasonableness of each of the assumptions upon which the damages calculation is based. Apparently, they just kind of like, hell with it, kind of did. Each of them did their own thing or whatever. So, the NFL is going to wind up skating scot-free on this damn thing. They'll wind up getting some determination, and it's going to be like,
what's funny is you never see judges do that ever.
Never.
They just go with, because it's like, hey, it's jury's, it's their own, it's their decision, right? If they want to do that, they don't have to take into consideration what the judge says. It's like that's the whole jury nullification thing. What are we talking about here, Patriot? Good morning, by the way. He says, who doesn't love a bang bang thank you? I like bang bang shrimp. You ever have bang bang shrimp burrito? You get a good bang bang shrimp burrito. Oh my God, those are good. Or just bang bang shrimp in general. We got this place called Steelhead around here. It originated down in Florida Keys. Delicious key lime pie. Best key lime pie I've ever had. But they've got this bang bang shrimp. Oh my God, it's so good. Such a good appetizer. I have to get it every single time. Stu says, I'm feeling Clemson takes Georgia in an upset. Ever just get one of those feelings? You've had this feeling since March, but I hope you're right.
Sorry, bro.
You're good.
Little one follows him right out behind. He couldn't get up 2 minutes before at the same time. He's got to come and knock on my door to make sure, hey, Dad, I'm up. All right, bro. You also got to go with your brother and watch this movie for the next hour.
Hey, I know it. Patriot says your ad read. Oh, I forget what I said in it.
These things happen. But yeah, going back to that. So I mean, I feel like the NFL is going to wind up getting some. What do you think about this with the judge?
I don't know. I got to look into it more.
It's like you were saying that. So this doesn't happen.
Well, yeah, it doesn't like usually like what the jury says. What the jury says, even that's why in the court of like in the appeals court,
in America,
yeah,
jury repairs and all that.
Well, I don't.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's usually one of those things. It's like judge says this is what you got to do, and the jury goes, okay, cool. We're the jury. We can go ahead and do whatever we want in here because our decision's final.
Yeah,
it's usually the only way that gets. You have to like really like taint the jury, or something has to be just like blatantly obvious. That
right. Like I feel like you got to be able to prove beyond a reasonable doubt there was some shadiness or something.
Yeah.
And which side would be more shady in this, the jury or the NFL?
The NFL's going to get off no matter what. Wasn't it in Nevada, right? I think Robert's talking about it. Those corrupt judges in Nevada. He's like, yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I'm like, the NFL, this shit is almost like fake news. I'm like,
but the NFL is back, and we love the NFL right now.
We do love the NFL right now.
Bears tonight, cricket. Look at this Hall of Fame game. Let's go! I've never been more excited for a Hall of Fame game in my life. I got to ask you about some bets on this game, because while you were gone, I placed a bet, and I think the line has moved, and I'm debating whether I'm going to middle on it. But tonight, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 your time, cricket. We got the Texans and the Bears, and we aren't going to see any players we know, but that's okay. Actually, we might see some college guys, right? Maybe some college dudes. What do you think?
Oh yeah. You'll always see a lot of guys with coming here trying to earn a roster spot. You only get 53 guys on each NFL team there, so there's more of that practicing right now. So you'll get to see some guys. We usually wind up finding somebody in one of these games that winds up being a pretty decent player for one of these teams at least. But it's going to be a lot of faces that these will be very much different look units come week one, or even in the next couple preseason games. There'll be some guys tonight that some guys are going to get cut after tonight. That's the reality of it.
Yep. Oh, AK's here. AK says, stay woke this way. This was a way for the NFL to stay relevant during the offseason. They never intended a payback, just kept them in the spotlight. God, this guy's always got his thinking cap on. Huh? He knows.
He's sharp, bro.
He knows exactly what's going on behind the scenes, right? He's
Absolutely.
always just like, listen, don't get distracted here. This is what's going on. Different perspective. Love it.
That's how you land PGA credentials and stuff, bro.
This is true. So here's the lines tonight. And you've got to be the biggest degenerate if you're betting on a side in this game. But I respect it if you are. I respect it. But
just flip a coin, man. If you want to sweat, just flip a coin. Don't actually make a pick based on anything. Just flip a coin.
Take the plus 110. That's what I usually do.
Yeah. Take the plus
underdog. Give me the underdog. That way, if I lose, I'm not going to be pissed for taking the favorite.
I damn sure ain't paying no juice in this thing.
Oh, what's Bolt said? Bolt is saying Bang Bang Shrimp is pretty legit. Bolt's over on the YouTube side today. Preseason, the battle of team depth, a depth chart. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, straight up. I wonder where you're seeing Bolt's comments. I was like, I'm not getting Bolt's comments to pop up here.
Oh, he's over on the YouTube side. Hey, I appreciate it. I mean, listen, we love Rumble, but we also got to subscribe to both. Algorithms and advertisers, man. Got to subscribe to both, like both, share both. You know what I mean?
That's right. We're in AA.
So this is what I want to talk about, because Patriot just brought it up. Patriot was like, take the under. Now, when you were on vacation, I took under 33.5 because it's a Hall of Fame game. They always go under. It's down to 31.
I'll bet that under.
I'm really thinking about taking the over here now, and I got a 2.5 point middle.
It's under 36.5. It's against my religion to take an over.
That's true. I'm thinking, cricket, this is going to be a 17-16 game with a team that goes for 2 instead of tying it. They want to go for 2. So I'm going to be
a damn Hall of Fame game with like 4 seconds left or something.
Because it's like there's no overtime, so might as well go for 2.
You got nothing to lose. We got to try to win the damn game.
Yeah, so it'll be like 10-17. They'll score late. 16-17. They'll go for 2, and I'll be sitting there sweating buckets, hoping that they miss it. That way I'm middle and get my over 31 cash and my under 33.5.
It's gonna be so gross when somebody like takes a safety at the end of the game to get this thing over. They're right on the goal line. They just take it back.
Just pitching it. They're just doing all these crazy wild things.
Some crazy shit, man. Isn't that the worst when you get screwed?
Yeah, because you got to remember, we got a bunch of tryhards out there tonight. The guys,
absolutely. You got some gritty guys out there, chips on their shoulders, man. They're going to be trying to score. But yeah, isn't that the worst, man? When you get screwed by that damn last play where they're throwing the ball all over the field, trying to do something crazy, and somebody winds up just scooping, scoring, and it screws everything for you. You got like one side in the under, and all of a sudden that makes it the other side in the over. I've been in those spots before.
Yeah. So let's talk about this. This is crazy. We got new kickoff rules.
Yeah, tell me more about this.
So listen, there's a way that we need to exploit this new kickoff rule. And it's kind of like AK. Like, I'm thinking outside the box on this one. All right. I'm thinking outside the box that I don't think other people are really considering. And it has nothing to do with actually kickoff. It has to do with prop bets during the season. And I'll get into that in a second. But first, we're going to talk about the new kickoff rules. So looks like this this is what the NFL is saying. To address the lowest kickoff return rate in NFL history during the 2023 season, by the way, the average starting point last year was the 25-yard line, which is very important for what we're going to talk about going forward. So the average, it was basically like, I think there was like 100 or 18, there's roughly, this is a rough number, there was 1,800 touchbacks and like 1,300 returns. And the average starting point still was the 25.
You remember that one week they FanDuel or somebody put up a crazy little parlay that there would be the first kickoff of every game would be a touchback, and it juiced to some crazy odds out there. But I remember we talked about it on one of the morning shows or something. But somebody we had the one with the field goal.
Like, the other one was the guy that won it was will every team make a field goal?
Right, we had that one, but there was also one where the first kickoff of every game be a touchback, like of all the ones except Sunday Night Football, and it was something crazy like plus 8,000 or something.
Yeah. So the NFL, they're saying there's a lot of unacceptable injuries and whatnot, so they approved new kickoff rules to create a new form of free kick play that is designed to resemble typical scrimmage play by aligning players on both teams closer together, restricting movement to reduce speed. Blah blah blah. What's this thing? Let's watch this.
Oh, you know they're going to copyright us for this. There you go.
Okay. Well,
all the same stuff, ain't it?
Right, by doing this stuff.
Okay, what we got here?
All right, so the kicking team will kick off from its 35-yard line. All right. Seems pretty basic. 10 members of the kicking team will line up to receive on the receiving team's 40-yard line. Right?
So you're right there. Yeah, I was going to say, what?
Where's the pause button on this thing? Sorry, I got my thing blocked. So yeah, so you're kicking off here. This is kind of like if you go back and watch the XFL or whatever, this is kind of what they do.
Yeah.
So this is where they got those. So kicker's all by himself back here. And he's gonna be kicking that way. So they line up all right here. I believe they can't move. We'll figure it out here. I believe they can't move until the ball's caught.
Right.
But there's so many cool things that you can do with this. We'll get to it. But real quick, the way that you can have 12 people on the field is if it's really, really windy, there's no one back here to hold the ball anymore.
Oh.
So you can have a 12th person come out and hold the ball, but they can't participate. They have to
you got to sprint
off the field after it's kicked.
Like the little kid run out to grab the tee?
Yeah. Or like a dog.
You don't even need to see the wall, man. We don't even need that kid anymore. You just let that guy hold the ball, grab the tee, sprint off, bro.
Yep.
Damn.
Imagine you get a guy like Tom Brady speed out there.
I'd send that's what we should do. We should send like our biggest lineman out there to do it. And then we'll add an extra point to the game for the lowest average speed off the field. Let's go.
There we go. DH Godzilla 1, Bread and Circus. Shut off your TV. Good morning, dude. How you doing?
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Glad to have you in here. Welcome. Smash the like button while you're here. Subscribe. Appreciate you. Let's see. Bolt says trying to help you grow on this side too. Great show. God, see, Bolt. That's what I love.
That's a real MVP, man.
I just sit here and ask one thing. I'm like, hey, can you guys help out with this? Maybe download a podcast episode now and then. Maybe go subscribe over to YouTube too. We got great people that like to help us out. I really appreciate that. You guys get me. I'm pumped up today.
We couldn't do it without them, man.
No, I'm freaking amped, bro.
Let's go, man. Football season.
Oh God, I know. We're still like 6 weeks away, but
I know that's why you're sitting here. You're so hype, way hyper than me, and I'm like, I want to be hype with you, bro. I really do.
A minimum of 9 members of the receiving team will line up between the 30 and 35-yard lines. That makes sense because then you can have 2 returners. Now this is where it gets interesting, Cricket. We're gonna fast. We're gonna jump. I told you guys we're gonna be all over the place. So right now, this is the design, right? This is the design. So these guys, God, I guess I gotta wait. We'll keep going. What's this say? A minimum of 9 members of the receiving team will line between 30 and 35-yard line. Play begins when the ball is either caught or hits the ground in the landing zone or is returned from the end zone. So you have to hit it between the 20-yard lines. I think this is a lot of stuff that people didn't understand about this rule. When you kick it, if you can land it, it's like in Madden. Or I've been playing a lot of the NCAA. It's like in Madden, though, like these drills. You try to kick it in here, and once it touches down on the ground in here, in any of this part, it's live. We're ready to go. We're ready to run. But it has to be in between the 20 and the end zone.
It's always been a live ball when it hits the ground on the kickoff.
Not this year, though, because if it hits on the 25-yard line, it's a penalty.
Well, I would hope surely to God there's no NFL kicker that couldn't get it inside the 20.
Unless you're trying to be what if you're trying to, you got two guys back here, Cricket.
Trying to pooch.
So you're trying to pooch it to land right here. So that way, once it hits the ground, it's live. Your guys can go. These guys are still scrambling, trying to get the ball.
Yeah. I mean, especially with those guys being on the receiving team's 40-yard line. You better get on that damn thing. They used to have to run 25 more yards.
That's what I'm saying. We can get real creative with some of these things. Okay. And we'll talk about that in a second. Any kick that hits and stays in the landing zone must be returned. You can't just say, "No, we're good." That's a live ball, baby. That's a live ball.
Once again, that's one of those rules that's always been there. You can't just leave that thing laying on the ground. They can pick it up, run it in.
No, the rule beforehand was you could just tell the refs, like, "I'm not returning it, even if it doesn't go to the end zone."
That would be
no one ever does it.
That would be recent. And I was thinking to say, because calling a kickoff, it's a live ball.
Yep. Any kick that bounces from the landing zone into the end zone must be returned or down by the receiving team for a touchback and possesses at its 20-yard line. Okay, so you either have to return it or you have to down it like normal. And now a touchback, you only get to take it out to the 20.
And once again,
instead of the 25.
And that's good. It was that way for 100 years. And then we did this 25-yard thing a few years ago. It all runs together. But I don't know, man. I want to. I'm interested. I'm intrigued. I want to see all these things and how this affects the game and all that. But I am more of a traditionalist and do like the old. Now, granted, last year we weren't even really good to see kickoff returns, obviously lowest rate and all that stuff. But I'm
adapt and survive. Adapt and survive. All right.
I know. I'm anxious to see. I'm intrigued. I'm like,
things are changing. So let's see what else they say. If the kick fails to reach the 20-yard line, the receiving team takes the possession at its 40-yard line. Look at that penalty. That is a huge penalty. It's like if you don't make the 20,
it's like kicking out of bounds.
It's like kicking out of bounds. You get to bring it up at the 40. Here's the other thing. Guess what? Remember how real smart players will be on the sideline, right? And they'll have 1 foot out, 1 foot in, catch the ball. And then it technically was out of bounds kick.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They pick it up.
Those slick guys
would step out of bounds, pick it up and step out of bounds, or have 1 foot out when they pick it up.
Out of bounds and touch the ball. Yeah.
Yep. Same rules apply here. If a guy's 1 foot on the 21 and 1 foot on the 19 catches the ball.
Ooh, bro.
Now, rules are, because they did this with the Chiefs practice last week. The refs were there trying to teach them on it and whatnot. I'm sure they did it with all of them, but I heard about the Chiefs. Some guys were like jumping in the air, trying to pass it back, or jumping in the air, trying to do stuff like that, right? Jumping in the air, trying to pass, would pass it forwards. When you do it for it to count to be out of bounds, your both feet have to be planted.
Okay.
Which is right, because we don't want these guys like.
I mean, actually, you see a lot. Once again, so what happens if you just kick it straight through the end zone?
I believe it's just a touchback.
So I mean, why are we even changing anything? Why are these NFL kickers just trying to kick it through the stands every time?
Because you had a chance to pin him deep and get the ball.
I mean, yeah.
If the kick fails to reach the 20-yard line, it takes it to the 40. Let's see what else happens. If the ball enters the end zone in the air, the receiving team can return it or down it and take the possession at the 30. That's why.
Okay. I was like, there's got to be something.
You bounce it into there, they get it at the 20. If you kick it straight in the air back to there, I kind of like this because now it makes like this whole kickoff thing. There's got to be skill to it than just a guy that can just boot it far. You know what I mean?
That changes it when you add different marks to be able to set the ball right there. That does change it up a little bit.
Patriot says, "How does onside kick work?" We'll get to that. And he says, "NFL's gone full retard."
and another question: What do you think? So what happens if the kick goes out of bounds before 20-yard line? Probably just to the 40 still?
Yep, to the 40.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, it'll be interesting
because the only way for it to go out of bounds is literally either out of bounds through the air or out of bounds where it touches and bounces out of bounds. But if it touches before the 20, then it's the 40, right?
Yeah, and yeah, like I said, you're totally going to see the outcomes of some games changed because of this rule. Something crazy because people are going to overthink it, man.
God, I wish Belichick was coaching right now because like he would find which I'm sure this is what he does in his free time right now. Is just sit here.
Like he had that guy sprinting on the field goal block or something last year where he's got him running to the sidelines and crazy.
We already know
this would be right down his alley, though. You're right.
Onside kicks. Actually, this is if the ball goes out of bounds, the receiving team takes it at the 40. So if it hits before the 20-yard line, it's at the 40. Or if you do hit it in the zone and it's live in here, if it bounces out of bounds, it's still you still get penalized.
Illegal procedure, yeah. And then onside kicks.
Onside kicks are permitted in the fourth quarter only, Cricket. Only in the fourth quarter. No more surprise onside kicks to start the second half in Super Bowls.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Those are fun. But
I know they are. I mean, let's be honest. People are going to be upset about the onside kick rules, but like we rarely see them work anyways. So like, let's make this kind of more interesting. Like, I know it's great when that one time that it works, but it's like 1 in 100. You know,
like the lowest percentage play in sports.
Yeah, set up and like I bet. Yeah, the kicking the PAT success rate is even less than
100%.
It is more accurate than how many times you get.
It's way more likely.
What am I trying to say? The amount of missed PATs is more than the amount of successful onside kicks.
Way more likely you're going to see a missed PAT in a football game than a recovered onside kick.
So they set up and landing zones do not change after penalties or safety. Only the spot where the ball is kicked changed. So, okay. So that means the whole map that we just talked about is still the same.
And so, well, I mean, I guess if you're kicking onside kick, you don't recover. They're going to have it past the 40 anyway. No, okay. Well, like I said, it's intriguing. It's interesting.
I want to talk about this. I want to talk about this real quick. So let's see this. Okay. So now let's talk about some creative things that they can do, Cricket. So now we know the rules. We know how you can have 10 guys in here, but you have to have a minimum of 9 in here, and you got 10 on this side. Here's the thing. We're gonna see a bunch of different kickers now. Like teams are not going to have their field goal kicker do these kicks anymore because this guy has to be involved in tackling now, like more so than ever.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
And that's just what it's because these guys aren't getting the running speed that they are. And you know, you've got 10 on 10. They've been messing around with this camp and they're saying, yeah, this guy has to tackle now. So what we're going to see is like, what was it? Was it the Chiefs who had that free safety?
Justin Reed.
Yeah. So you're going to see that. So this is another thing I kind of like about this rule. That is, it's going to open up a new spot for a new type of specialist in the game. Like you might just be this, yeah, you know, you'd be a second string, like a backup, a cornerback or something like that can fill in if someone gets injured. But your real role is that you're here to kick and then go just ball hunting, go lay some wood. You know, what I mean?
Get kids that strive have to go through kickoff drills and then go over to angle tackles too.
Yeah,
let's go. Linebackers kicking off, love that.
But I like this because now it's gonna be interesting. I'm intrigued. I'm not saying it's the best thing ever yet, and this is perfect because we haven't seen it. But I'm intrigued by what it could be because this makes it more skillful. Like I
love that,
and there's a lot more strategy to it. Like if you're down and you need to gamble, I would say instead of doing an onside kick, man, you're gonna like try to punch it as fast as you can right into this area. Because if you do a high hanging kick, these guys have time to come up there. You know, you're going to gamble and risk it and try to get this thing on the 20, and hopefully that someone fumbles something somewhere. You know what I mean?
You got to be careful not to have it squibble out of bounds or through the end zone.
At that point, you don't care because
yard.
you're going for broke. You know what I mean? Because like, okay, who cares if they take it out to the 40? Because this is kind of like our last shot. We got to try to make something happen here.
Right. That's it will lead to some exciting play. Like I said, for one, the kickoffs before where it was always that's where you take your PP break and all that stuff because you knew it was just going to be, they're going to kick off, touchback, another commercial break, and then you'll come back and you'll get the drive started. Now you'll actually sit in your seat for an extra couple minutes, man.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, because think about how boring like kickoffs are. That's like you said, it's when you go get a snack, I go grab another beer. Like you don't pay attention at all because no one ever takes it back. Now people are gonna be glued. And this for the NFL is great. I'm thinking just of advertising because you don't got much going up on the field. You know how they have those on-screen advertisers, like they cut to something real quick and have like a quick commercial. You could have like something on the bottom. Like you can actually get more advertiser dollars and advertisers out of this thing because people are going to be paying attention to this because it's going to be, especially late in the games, if they got to do something creative.
Oh, absolutely, man. That's one of the smartest things they ever did, the little split screen commercials.
Yeah. But Cricket, listen, there's something on here that I want to tell you about that we have to exploit from a betting angle. There is a way to make a ton of money this year. And I think I've nailed it. I think I figured it out. But first, before we get to that, Cricket, I got to tell you about this.
Tell me about
1775 coffee. You know me. I'm amped up this morning. Why am I amped up? Well, one, football's here, but two, I've had my 1775 coffee, people. It is delicious. I'm not kidding you. I got it right here, right there. And this is great. I got that premium roast, that dark pea berry premium roast. You got to grind it up. When you grind it, oh my God, it smells so good. It's so that's like the kickstart, right? Then you smell it brew and you take a sip. Oh my gosh, it's so good. But let's get into this. It's time to say goodbye to the Starbucks and say hello to Rumble 1775 coffee. Unlike other brands, this is a coffee that is backed by free speech and unapologetic about it. That's what we love, Cricket. That's what we love. You need to visit 1775 coffee today, actually right now. While you're watching this, pull up another screen, visit 1775 coffee. You can click the link, QR code, whatever you got to do. Get over there, use the promo code STUDIO to get you 15% off. We all need an extra 15% off in Joe Biden's America, right? Right? Yeah, things are expensive. But our friends at 1775 Coffee are going to give us a little promo code to help us out because they care about the working man. They've got, look at these. They've got medium, dark, and this premium pea berry. So if you're a coffee lover, like you just drink it like a man, I always say this, you drink it like a man, just straight coffee. I'm telling you, take your 15% off and go try some of this premium pea berry. It's good. But hey, if you like Cricket, you like a little creamer in your stuff, they got your dark roast, medium roast, whatever you like. I'm sure these are good too. I haven't tried these two yet because this premium got me hooked and I love it. I love it. So good. So go check it out. And this premium coffee is this coffee comes in medium and dark roast. It also comes in pea berry, which is similar to Kona coffee. In other words, this is premium. Click the link in the chat or the description. You can also scan the QR code. You can also just go directly to 1775coffee.com and use promo code STUDIO. That's STUDIO for those of you that can't spell to get 15% off today. Go get you some delicious coffee, man. And go support these companies. They're supporting free speech. They're supporting Rumble. It's great. And what's this say? Limited time. Buy 2 bags of 1775 coffee. Get a free bag of Limitless Caffeine Plus supplements in your cart. I might take advantage of that today. Might take advantage, and so should you. Go to 1775coffee.com. Use promo code STUDIO to get you 15% off, and you can also take advantage of this limited time ad they got there. How about that?
That's right. Snorting that pea berry, man.
Pea berry's good. Be good. Bold says might be safety Justin Reed for the Chiefs. Yes, it was. Good job. Okay, back to this. And shout out to Soccer Sucks.
Yeah, good morning, Soccer
Football Sucks. I feel like at least you're consistent, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
Soccer sucks. And you say football sucks. Bunch of overpaid, whiny racists.
Yeah. You seem a little negative, sir.
It's okay. It's all right. I mean,
it's your life, man.
We've made the argument about them being overpaid. Some of these
I know they're overpaid. I ain't know. I don't. It's not an argument. I don't know it's a fact.
Yeah, Soccer Sucks is just coming in with facts this morning. I love it.
Yeah, that's right.
Glad to have you. Maybe he doesn't think American football sucks. Maybe he thinks soccer sucks, and he's saying football. Like,
yeah, well, that's football.
Well,
Whatever.
Tomato, tomato.
Whatever you want to say. Well, what's your favorite sport, Soccer Sucks? All meant to distract idiots like you.
Absolutely. Distract me away, man. Distract
Well,
me from this.
Guess what? We're distracting idiots like you right now. So, haha.
We love it. We
Got
love
him.
it. Distract me. Please distract me.
You make it easy for us.
Please entertain me. That's what I need. That's what I need.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, man, I got all these whining kids,
so
man. I
want
want 3 hours of football. I want the red zone. I want the octo box, baby, please.
That's right. Yes, sir.
Some chicken wings straight off
Hey.
the Traeger.
Hey, Sucker Sucks. Do yourself a favor. Try to smile today, bro.
Yeah, please. Please do. We appreciate you here. Smash the like button while you're here too, please. Thank you. Okay, great. So the average starting point of the NFL last year was a 25-yard line. I think with these rules, we're going to be closer to the 30.
Okay.
Because one, if they screw up and kick it too far, that automatically comes out to the 30. If they screw up and don't kick it far enough or kick it out of bounds, it's going out to the 40. So I think on average, we're already likely to have a starting point way past this 25, right? Because you got to think, you got to be pretty skilled to kick it here and let it bounce into there. But first of all, if you kick it here and let it bounce in, these guys can catch it and run it. Now, if you're letting these guys catch it and run it, they're definitely getting to that 25, man. At least. Because these guys don't have a running start and they can't move until these guys touch the ball. And here's the other thing: strategic, like just how we're talking about strategy wise, you've got the this could be a free save. It can't be a kicker anymore, right? It's got to be a hybrid. Put a third string wide receiver right here, man. Right?
Get your Jordan, not Jordan Addison, but like your Jalen Ragers of the world and stuff.
Yeah. Like some people are like, oh, you could have running backs back there. No. Wide receiver. They're quick.
The Xavier
they know how to
Winters
catch the ball. They're
burner.
shifty, right? Yeah, they know how to just
Sky
imagine.
Moore.
We were just talking about. I think did he retire? I can't remember if he retired or whatnot. What were we saying? What was it John Ross? You give this guy a straight catch right here, and you have John Ross just like returning kicks just up the side. This is where speed will actually come into play.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely.
And put a second one over here in case they try to kick it away from this guy. I'm just saying, man. Could you imagine that?
Yeah. I'm with it. I'm with it. See, you said you need a Snickers, man. Acting like Betty White in here this morning. 8 minutes of actual playing while it takes 4 hours to watch. What do you like to watch, man? Tell me your favorite sport. What's your favorite sport, man? You big bad?
Yeah, I'm curious actually. In all seriousnly,
all serious.
Do you like any sports, or if you don't like sports, what do you like to watch? Do you like like video games? Like
whatever. I mean, whatever.
I mean, to each their own, man.
Yeah. We'll talk to you about it, but
you clearly like watching this show, which we appreciate. Thank you very much. Yeah, by the way, breaking news: your Buccaneers, Cricket. Baker Mayfield carted off. I'm kidding with you.
I was like,
Tristan Wirfs agrees to a $140.6 million extension, which makes him the highest paid offensive lineman in NFL history.
Okay.
My man deserved that money.
You get your overpaid. I was like, why are we doing any drills to get Baker Mayfield carted off right now? How's that even possible?
I just wanted to see you go.
I was just sitting there thinking, I was like, that sounds about par for the course. But once again, why are we doing anything? Guy should be wearing a red jersey.
Yeah. Let's see. Lamont Cranston? I'm going to call you Lamont.
Oh, what's up, Lamont? Good morning.
Hard to believe preseason games are here already. I know.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
And we got the under and we got the over. We're going to try to middle that thing tonight. CU says Soccer Sucks likes to watch the WNBA.
I was going to say, please don't say that's your favorite sport, Soccer Sucks.
Hey, dude, that's fine. If that's your thing, if you're a big Caitlin Clark fan, that's good for you. Good for you.
Yeah.
Great though. Here's the thing. Here's the thing where we need to take advantage of this. So if we're starting, this might not seem like a lot, but if we're starting extra 5 yards or more on average in a game than we were last year, what does that mean, Cricket, for the game? What does that mean, Cricket?
I mean, we're going to see more points.
You're going to see more points, yes.
Yeah.
And also less yards.
I started to say you're going to see probably individual player props go down because there's obviously less yards to get.
Do you think people in sports books are going to be thinking about that in week 1, 2, 3, and 4?
Absolutely not.
Do you think we should probably find spots where we think we can take advantage of an under on player props?
I think for one, I think you should be betting more unders on player props than overs anyway, because they're going to hit at about a 70% rate. But now I think you really might be onto something here. What do you think this does as far as game time? Because we got to talk about that aspect too. Do you think this allows? I mean, we're going to see probably the same amount of plays. Probably we should around
same
that.
amount of plays. Yeah.
So it's
I think it won't affect the actual play time, because I think with better field position, guys get into, if they can get a couple first downs, I think there'll be more. I think what we'll see is more people actually attempt to just go for it on fourth down instead of kick a long field goal. I think you might see less field goals,
right?
Just unless strategy wise it makes sense to take the field goal. But if it's fourth and short,
that could be a double-edged sword though. Because you got people going on fourth down, they're obviously going to get some of those, and then it's like we're going to get to your question in just a second. See you too, but if you see some drives sustain a little bit longer, and things like that. So maybe more opportunities to pump up some player props, maybe some plays or some opportunities they wouldn't have had before because they would have been kicking that field goal or whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
I like your angle better,
but I think they'll go for it more because if you get it down to like here, like in the 35. You're kind of already in the mental mindset. You're like, hey, when we kick off, they're returning it to the 30 or 35 anyway. So why not go for it right here and see if we can get the first down? If we don't, well, our defense is used to starting right here anyways, right? And plus, how many times have we seen field position? People try to get good field position, but then they drive down the field in like 2 plays. And it's like, well, that was pointless. Now our backs are back up against the wall or whatnot. I don't know. I just think we're going to be seeing a lot more better starting field position. So that hidden yardage that they like to talk about, or at least I know my special teams coach talk about the hidden yardage that is not on the stat books that can win you games. That means these player props are going to go down. Because think about it, you could still have a guy go off in fantasy football, but maybe he had 3 touchdowns, but he might not have a ton of yards because shorter field.
Yeah,
it's not always correlated.
It's true. Doesn't have to be, man. Actually, those anti-correlated ones pay way better.
So he wants to know who has the best running back or the running game tonight. I don't know, man, because I don't know these third and fourth stringers.
It really, there's no way to know which guys' backups play the best tonight, and there's no way to know that until the games actually happen.
I usually go with whoever has the best starters and say that team's going to be worse tonight, because usually if you're paying a bunch of starters that are really good, you got kind of just bottom of the barrel. But both these teams are so young and have so much talent that I don't really know. You know what I mean? Because like the Texans got a lot of good starters, but they're also a bunch of rookies, or not rookies, but on rookie contracts. You know what I mean?
A lot of the starting offensive linemen aren't going to play tonight. Also, a lot of the starting front 7 on the defense are not going to play. So, it's just could be it's a gamble. You're going to be gambling straight up whatever
we love
you
gambling
here. So kind of just go with your gut, man. If you dove into it, I would tell you what I would do is I would look at the offensive lines, the backup guys. If you want to dive into it a little bit, try to find an angle, go. You're going to have to study. Don't study the starting offensive lines or the starting running backs. You're going to have to dive in and look at the backups and see. Really boils down to which guy. See, you're a college football guy. Really boils down to if some of these guys are on these teams that you've seen playing college football and you got something you like about them. You think they can come out and show us a little something tonight. But it really boils down to what player you think is just going to have the better night, because it's a gamble either way, because you're not going to see a lot of starters.
Yeah, but we're excited. But these new kickoff rules, I'm thinking season-long stats. Be careful with I only look towards the under, and especially with this hidden yardage, that's going to be, or I guess less of hidden yardage here. There's going to be less yardage in these games. So I'm thinking this first month of the season, we got to only look at unders. That's what I'm going to be focused on. If I like a guy to go over, I'm just not going to bet it. I'm going to look for, especially this guy, Cricket. Like if this is a 3rd string wide receiver or something like that, and I know he's going to be returning kicks, I'm betting him under in his props, because he's going to be out here getting lit up. Who knows if he gets injured or whatnot? But he's also going to be more tired, more reps. So they're going to be like, hey, we're not going to get you. He's going to be out there for less plays on offense.
Right.
You're not going to have him returning kicks and then the next play, hey, we need you to be out there for the full, he's a 3rd string wide receiver anyway.
You may see a few guys that can double dip like that, but most of the time you're going to see the guy walk off for a couple plays, get a rest. If they don't get, and it's not going to this guy. There probably won't be many props on this guy if he's an unknown guy, but like you said, there might be, a solid dude that's kind of I don't want to say famous, recognizable, right? That's like, oh yeah, he's
a slot guy that comes in and, makes a play every now and then, but doesn't play every single down.
Right.
Like you were saying, the regulars and whatnot. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. That's what I'm going to be looking at.
Yeah. Sure enough. Good morning, Amish. But yeah, man, that case is fun debate. Best preseason game performance you've ever seen. He likes Aaron Jones. I'll be honest with you, man. I don't watch enough preseason football or even pay attention to the box score to really know what the greatest preseason. I guarantee you, the greatest preseason performance ever is from a guy you've never heard of.
My favorite ones are the ones that I win bets on. Those are my favorite.
Oh yeah, those are all my favorites.
That'll be it for the NFL kickoff rules. Man, we went into that way longer than I thought. That was fun though. It was
Needs
fun.
to be talked about.
Feel like we got a better understanding. We will come back to it again. Maybe recap it on after tonight's game. So maybe we'll recap it on Saturday or something like that when we got a guest in here, just to go over it one more time so everyone kind of understands it. And I feel like we got a better understanding now too. Super James is in the house too, by the way. Good morning. Amish Zaku's here. NFL is getting gayer every year. Just make it flag football. Welcome in, buddy. Welcome. Hey, I like this. This is one of those. This is one of those changes that I think could be interesting because it's more skillful, right? They're going for player safety, but it's also more skillful and strategic. And I can't wait to see how these coaches exploit it. Jury's
still out for me. I'll let you know in about 2 months. After about a month into the NFL season, I'll let you know how I feel about it and what it may. It's jury.
I just asked. Just go into it with an open mind.
I am.
The hardest thing for a lot of us to do is just to accept change, especially all you old dudes in the chat. Love you guys. Love you, old dudes in the locker room there. But
shoot, I'm an old dude on the camera.
We got to just be open minded to change. Give it a chance. Don't have to love it. Don't have to like it. Just let's see it.
I'm an open-minded person. I
change anyways.
I like to give things the benefit of the doubt. I do want to see it before I go just completely blasting it. But don't worry. If it's bullshit, I'm gonna let you know about it.
She says that's why the under may be the best bet. Yeah. I got under 33.5. It's now at 31. I think I'm gonna go over and try to middle.
Yeah. See you. Don't ever, man. I see you. I don't ever. I know you've heard me say this before, but I don't ever bet in an NFL game. I never bet an over that the total points is 36.5 or lower. And before last year, I never bet an over on under 40, but there are a few lines that'll open up at like 34. And if they wind up moving up like 37, I'll jump on that over. I did a few times last year, worked out very well for me. So I set my new number that I do not bet overs on at 36.5.
You know what I respect about you is a lot of people, like, let's say it opens up 38 and it comes crashing down to 34. A lot of people, which you could say smart bettors would be like, I missed it. I got to stay away. I'm not going to bet the over, but I'm not going to bet under 34 when I could have had under 38. And I get that point. But what I respect about you, Cricket, is you're like, I don't care. Someone knows something. I'm still going to bet the under 34. Did I not get the best number? No, I didn't get the best number, but I'm still betting it. Maybe I won't. Maybe I won't bet like as much as I would have if I could have got it at 38, but I'm going to have something on it. I like that.
It's different for each sport too. Like in football, usually when you see them drive down, especially the NFL, where there's so many different factors, you see something like that, somebody knows something. There's something to it. Like in the NBA, you got to be careful because those lines will drive way down 6-7 points, and you'll wind up, it'll hit right in the middle of that thing, the original line and the other one.
Someone gets word their cousin's a weatherman and says, hey, by the way, no one's seeing this, but we're all of a sudden going to have a 60-mile-an-hour windstorm come through, and you're like,
you never know. There's so many angles and things like that, and cousin meteorologist can totally give you the right dude in Vegas this thing, and he's like, we got to drop this thing 3 points right now.
Absolutely. Amish Zaku says, just open your mind and bend over and take the new soft league. I missed the big hits of the 2000s. Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you on that.
I'm with you, bro.
But there's old too. I miss those too, and we'll always have those highlights on YouTube and whatnot. But I mean, it is what it is now, and I'm some of these changes I'm against. A lot of them I'm against, but like this one, it could be interesting. So I'm going to give it a chance. But I appreciate your opinion on that.
And here's the thing: they can do whatever they want in this thing. We ain't never going to quit watching it. They can change whatever they want.
We got a whole show based off of it. The reason why we get up and do this.
Yeah, we just talked about the kickoff rule for 45 minutes.
Okay, let's do some rapid fire news, and we'll preview baseball, and then we'll call it a morning, huh? Like I said, you didn't know what you were going to get this morning. I didn't know what we were going to do this morning. I just knew that football was back.
That's all that mattered.
So we talked about was it yesterday, the other day? We got a male fighting a female in the Olympics.
Garbage.
You want to know how it ended?
Oh my God! Please tell me the woman beat him.
No,
damn it.
She quit less than 60 seconds in. She decided to say, "No, I'm done."
The actual woman.
The actual woman. So here
Okay.
they are. Here they are. I think the man has to be the guy in the red right there. Yeah, because the one in the blue goes, "I'm done." Just says, "No, I'm not doing this."
Yeah, I'm not fighting a dude.
Yeah. So Chris Irons over at Quote the Raven says, "What a circus! Ruined the entire event. Nice job, you fools." Absolutely.
That's soccer sucks favorite sport right there.
It's his favorite sport. In other news,
so what?
I'm glad we didn't have to see a woman get her head kicked.
But real quick, so that, I mean, that's a forfeit on her part. She obviously quit. So does this dude gets to advance in the women's bracket?
Yep.
Horse shit. I hope.
I hope they all forfeit, and then he forfeits to a gold, and then it just puts a huge, terrible stain on it.
Oh, just tainted, just gross. Oh my God, that's totally what's going to happen. That's what. Hey, that's what I tell you. What, women, this is how you speak out against this stuff. Walk up.
Yeah.
And
don't
then when
go out there and get
bell,
knocked out to make a point. We don't want to see that. Go just
don't get yourself killed.
This is what you do. You go out and you take a knee. You take it. The one time I'll say go out and take a knee.
Take a knee.
That's a good
go.
You just go out in the middle of the ring and you just knee and just say, "I'm done."
Straight up.
Like it.
Take a knee, then get up and walk back out through the ropes and be done. Yeah, forfeit that fool all the way to
Look what's back at USC.
Is that Reggie's?
Reggie Bush's high.
Let's go. As it should be, man. Should have never left.
Should have never left.
Dusting that thing all along.
Oh yeah, it looks good too. I can't believe they actually went and took it.
They're garbage, dude.
Now, do you think they took it and destroyed it and they made him a new one, or do you think this is the original? That's what I want to know.
That motherfucker's been sitting in a warehouse somewhere. You know it.
So then, what's the point of taking it if you're just gonna hide it away somewhere? It's like the thing is still it's still there. Like it's just like it's
because
they're so childish.
And like I said, that was always garbage.
Well, Patriots who have all this money and don't want to spend just any of it on anyone, I guess, other than like a few players here and there. I don't know why you don't have this guy who's been great for your team the last few years, been a leader, still.
Absolutely, man.
I mean, don't give him a huge contract where he's going to be with you, like the Von Miller 6-year deal the Bills gave him, but give him a bunch of money this year. You got the cap space, make him happy, so then he can teach your young bucks. You know what I mean? And be a leader in that. You're going to suck anyways.
Yeah, it's. I'm sorry, Will, but it's easy for me to hate your Patriots, man.
Oh, me too. Me too, man.
Because they don't ever give the people that really deserve the money. And this guy's been a journeyman for you. Kind of, laid it out there for you on the line. He's a great player. He's a very productive player and stuff. Like, come on, man, give this guy some damn money. At the NBA, paid $140 million. We can't get Matthew Judon any cupcakes. Come on.
Yeah, it's just a smart thing to do. I know you want to save some of that cap and roll it over, but when you've got 40, you can only roll over so much, right? And it's like you got 40 million. You can't throw him a bone, an extra 8 million or something this year just to make him happy. It's for the betterment of your team going forward, right? It actually makes the players want to come play for you. The only reason why people wanted to come play for you in the beginning, Patriots, is because you had Belichick and Brady, and it was mainly because of Brady, not because of Belichick. Let's be honest. Players were like, well, Tom is suffering through this torment. I think I will too. And then we found out that Kraft still wasn't paying these guys, even with Brady taking all these pay cuts. Ridiculous.
Yeah, get two.
So now if you want to get back to excellence, you just drafted a great young quarterback. Hopefully he develops into a franchise guy. You got to start spending some of this money, man. It's just crazy.
Speaking of your franchise guy, read Milligo's comment.
Joe Milton outplayed Drake May at Patriots camp so far, per reports.
Go Vols.
You're telling me I have two good quarterbacks? I got the two best quarterbacks in the draft. We're back, baby. We're back.
Hey,
we're so back.
Remember, you got two quarterbacks. You got no quarterbacks.
No, I got the two best quarterbacks. Everyone thinks it's Jaden Daniels and Caleb Williams, top two in this draft. No,
you got Joe Milton, Drake May, on the same team. Let's go, man.
Let's go, man. This is gonna be like the Kirk Cousins RG3.
I would love nothing more than to see Joe do well in the NFL. Joe's a freak athlete. I mean, incredible. He just got through an orange piece of fruit, 100 yards at the Orange Bowl a couple years ago, from goal line to goal line. But Joe is, I don't believe Joe is a starting quarterback in the NFL. Well, I hope he proves me wrong.
Well, Cricket, we don't want that negativity up here this morning. Look at this. What do you think about this? You think you can get behind this plan? Seniors should not pay tax on Social Security. You for that?
I think so. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, okay. I mean, what? I don't understand all this different stuff, but yeah, I don't think at that point in time you earned your stripes. Let it slide. Make it pay tax on everything else. They ought to get all that.
Well, no, you've already paid taxes.
That's what I'm
like,
saying. You already
literally,
paid
the
it,
Social
so,
Security is you already paid tax into the Social Security, and then they want to tax you when
That's
you
what I was
want to take
thinking.
it
I was
out.
like, hadn't you already paid for this? And this money you're supposed to be getting?
That's what they do. They
already
tax
paid
you because
anyway?
it's income.
Fuck these people.
I know. So Trump wants to get rid of tax on tips and tax on Social Security. He should do income tax next.
That's why we're voting Trump here.
That's right. What else have we got? Let me see if there's something else.
Ooh, that's a good question, Amish. What are the odds on Lincoln Riley is the coach of USC next year? I heard they're eyeing Deion Sanders.
Really? They're going to get rid of Riley?
They
better make some noise this year.
Why would you not? Why would you not? You've given this dude everything he could possibly want. We talked about this in the rant about Jimbo Fisher last year, but you've given this dude everything he could possibly want or need as far as resources and in a hotbed and all that stuff. And this man's losing 4 or 5 games a year. Sorry. You ain't good enough, bro. You ain't good enough.
Did you see that?
What is it?
I turned on the Olympics and Jimmer Fredette was getting some medical attention. Did you see this?
I am sorry. I was yelling at my son. He's knocking on the door. Daddy? I said, you gotta give me a minute. No, what is this?
Turned on the Olympics and Jimmer Fredette was getting some medical attention.
I can tell you whenever he
There is.
that's not a good.
There's some weird shit going on at the Olympics. I'm just saying, there's some weird. I'm glad this shit only happens every 4 years.
Look at those flags. Let's go.
That's right.
No tax on social. Love it. Biden did it when he was in the Senate.
Yes, I ain't gonna lie. It makes me happy to see USC struggle through. I did see your comment earlier. I don't know why you think USC and Pete Carroll are cheaters and stuff like that. If you're talking about them giving the money away and stuff, well, everybody was doing that shit, and now it's all legal. So it's kind of hard for me to call those people cheaters. When I think of a cheater in sports, I think of somebody that's using performance-enhancing drugs. Beyond that, I mean, I guess Deflategate but even your spy drones and things like that, you still got to go out on the field perform. So if you're not doing anything that's not giving you an advantage physically, I don't think you're cheating.
By the way, Miss Marlene, if you're still in the chat, or still listening, it could be tonight, it could be tomorrow night, it could be the next night, but one of those nights, Uncensored Pharmacist, we're going to get it going because I've got a couple things I want to talk about. So we're going to get that finally started. Promise.
Yeah, I want to get in on that, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's talk a little. Let's preview today's slate of baseball, right?
Let's do it. Small one, very small one.
Very small one. Before we get into that, though, Cricket, I got to tell you about something. Okay. We live in the most advanced era in human history, Cricket. So why are millions of Americans more unhealthy and overweight than they've ever been? See, all these ads would be great on my Uncensored Pharmacist, so I can start going off about medical stuff and why we're all obese and stuff because they poison our food, they make us sick, so we buy these pills that get us on these stupid insurance plans, they inflate our premiums, they do all these things to make us pay more, make us unhealthy, make us more miserable. Hate these people. According to the U.S. board-certified physician, Dr. Amy Lee, one of the main reasons is 3 harmful foods that are being passed off as health foods all over the country. That's like a lot of foods too, a lot of stuff. What they're putting in it, because these foods can cause. It's those foods, Cricket, that they tell you, hey, this is organic certified. This is USADA approved foods. These are premium foods, and it's like we don't trust the government on these other things, but we're going to trust them that this is certified good food coming out of these big major factories and whatnot. I mean, what are we doing? Let's just go down to our local farmer and buy food there. You know what I mean? Trust that guy more than the government.
I do.
All right. Because these foods can cause weight gain, clog your digestive tract, deplete your energy, and wreck your skin. They are banned in other countries. Yet, shockingly, they are still legal in the U.S. And it's time someone shined a light on what they are. Dr. Amy Lee does just that. The great news is it's easy to help this damage by simply learning which foods to avoid and how to spot them. And by doing so, you can experience easier weight loss, smooth digestion, and vibrant energy. Now, I love all of that. There's nothing worse when you're all backed up. Things are like some feel wrong in the tummy. It just throws everything off. You know, like in workouts, when you're trying to put on muscle and stuff like that, you're trying to get fit for sports or just in general, you want to start at the core because the core is everything. So it's your health. If your gut's messed up, everything's off. Everything's off, everything. You know, you ain't doing right. So what you got to do is to find out these 3 fake health foods, go to 3harmfulfoods.com. That's 3harmfulfoods. Oh, I spelled it wrong up here. Let me see. 3
better, man.
harmful foods. Oh, I put 2 L's on accident. .com/studio. Let's see. Let's try that. Yeah, that looks better. There's Dr. Amy Lee. I was like, man, this site doesn't look right. There we go. That's the number 3 and then harmful with only 1 L, as I learned, foods.com/studio, or click on the link in the description or scan that QR code. Go see what Dr. Amy Lee has to say about these foods. All right. Shout out to the 1,100 people watching, man. Let's go.
Let's go.
Love
Looking in here, man.
Yeah, smash the like button while you're here. Okay. Baseball. Small slate.
Baseball. See you if you get
see
out of here,
which
sir.
game.
You have a good day. Be
Who's
safe.
getting in there?
I think CU says CU's done with baseball, man. He's rooting for the Braves there. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Baseball is one of those things where I'm gonna have to reevaluate my
let's talk about it. The new contest starts today. I'm gonna win it. I'm going all in. I'm gonna win it this month. I'm mad. We got football now back and whatnot. I'm winning this contest over on Smoke the Spread.
We did change it up now. A little new.
Want to tell them the rules real quick?
Yeah. A little tweak on the contest. We will be starting a new contest over on Smoke the Spread for the community and all that stuff. If you want to get in that, go join the Smoke the Spread community. You can do it on the links at the bottom of the shows on the Rumble page. You can go in there, sign up. We'll get you in the contest. Just let us know. Drop a little post or something saying. But I think this month we're going to be doing. We've been doing the 4-point system there. I think now whatever odds you get on your, like, let's say you took the Orioles today -1.5 on the run line is +142. You win that, you're going to have 142 points. And Genesis, shout out to Genesis. He's been doing the scorekeeper for us and all that stuff.
Oh, he's not going to do like 1.42. It's just going to be
it's not going to be one. It's going to be so. If you take a +550 and you hit your +550, you're going to get 550 points. It allows the contest to be able. We get down to with the 4-point system. You get down to the last week or so. There's only a couple people in it. It still allows it to be able to go throughout the entire month. And
and no one's safe. Anyone can win. And I like it because what it was a good system, but the flawed part of it is like if I wanted a +142, like you're saying, and I liked it, but then I'm like, I'm only getting 2 points, and I'm like, a +151 would get me 3 points, and I'm like, I'm practically there. You know what I mean?
I wind up changing a lot of winners to losers because I'm looking for more value.
Yeah, whereas it's like, hey, I'll just take the I'll take the 142 if it wins.
Yeah, exactly. So no, I like it, and then it will be this month. We've been doing the team competition, but we've all been busy over there too. A lot of us with life stuff and everything. So we're actually this month we're gonna make it to where it's just an individual contest. It's basically been that anyway for the last couple of months, even with the teams. And then for football season, I'm gonna revamp it and figure out the team part.
See, you taught me a new word. I'm terrible with words, by the way. So he says Will is a masochist. Am I saying that right? Let me see. What is it? Masochist? Oh, masochist.
Means you enjoy pain.
A person who derives sexual gratification from their own pain or humiliation.
I started to say that means you like pain, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just not. I don't know if I enjoy it. I'm okay with clowning on myself. If like, hey, look what happened. I would rather not be pain. I would rather not lose these parlays because I decided to lay the run line instead of the money line with the Houston Astros yesterday. I would love to have that cash instead, but it happened, so we got to talk about it, and we just got to.
It is good content.
Yeah, but thank you, Steve.
I know fully that I must be a masochist in some form just based off some of the bets I make. But you know what? Turns out some of them win.
That's right. And that's when it feels good. Okay, let's run through these real quick. Here's today's slate of baseball. We're getting ready to set the plate, and we're going to start off with the Royals and the Tigers. Royals minus. Oh wait, go ahead.
Seth Lugo on the bump for Kansas City, and the Tigers have not named a pitcher yet.
Super James says we'll still no parlays. We're getting there. Just every month we're getting closer and closer to them. Let me do parlays. Royals minus 152 road favorites. Tigers plus 139 home dogs. I think this is where I'm going to start. I'm going to go put in $50 and just start fading bad teams like we were talking about. I think I think I'm going to start. I'm not going to fade like the White Sox. Could have been fading and keep rolling it over with them 17 games in a row now. I think what I'm going to do is just take a look at these bad teams and just be like, here's who I like today. And maybe I won't even do one that day. I'm not going to do it every day. But when I find a spot that I'm like, don't like this bad team, don't care if I'm laying minus 250, we're just going to keep rolling this thing over. See if we can get it. See if we can get hit like 10 in a row or something. Yeah. But sharp money and big money on the Tigers today, and 94% of the money on the Royals, Orioles, and the Guardians.
We do not have a pitcher name for either team in this game yet.
Well, that's why it's minus 110 both ways. Sharp money and Action Network expert on the Guardians here. 57% of the bets, 58% of the money on the Guardians. This is a short slate. Jeez, Marlins and the Braves.
Max Meyer on the bump for Miami, and Charlie Morton will be going for CU's Bravos.
I feel like this is a makeup game. Is this a makeup game? Because it seems like weird. Unless they're starting a series here. I don't know. Yeah, Braves minus 192. Home favorites. Sharp money on the Braves. Action Network expert taking the Marlins, but 97% of the money is on the Bravos today. We got the Cardinals and the Cubbies.
Sonny Gray on the bump for St. Louis, and then Shota Imanaga will be going for Chicago.
I kind of like this side. The sharp money and the big money's on the Cardinals. I kind of like the Cardinals here. I think they're getting hot at the right time. Cubbies had a nice win yesterday, right? They had a nice win, but the Cardinals had a nice win as well. Now they're on the road. I don't know. I think you're going to give me even money on the Cardinals. Though it seems like those trades that they made at the trade deadline is working out well for them. But you got 65% of the money on the Cubs here at home minus 110. And then tonight's game, Rockies and the Angels.
Ryan Feltner on the hill for Colorado, and Carson Fulmer will be going for LA.
You know what's so tough is like last night I was looking at it and like wanting to fade bad teams. And I'm like, it's tough to fade bad teams when they play each other. Because who do you take in this matchup? Rockies and the Angels. They're both terrible. You know what I mean? You don't feel good one way or another.
No, you don't.
And there you have it. That's today's short slate of games.
I'll tell you what, you want a little bet today. Here's a little fun one for you, man. Go Yerfy, a little 2-leg parlay. Go with a Yerfy in the Royals Tigers and the Orioles Guardians. I don't know what the odds are. I ain't pulled it up yet.
Okay.
But, I'm going to bet that. Yeah, I'm going to go with a little Yerfy. Royals Tigers, Orioles Guardians.
All right. Good luck with that, sir. Good luck with that.
Be a fun
because I went 11-15 in the picks, I bet, but that was slightly profitable. Okay. Proud of you.
Oh, probably got to go. Got some plus money run lines on there.
Yeah. Proud of you, though. Good job.
Yeah, super proud of you, man.
Good job. That's what, hey, just turn a profit. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was it. That was a fun random show. Tomorrow we'll be recapping what happened in the Hall of Fame game, and which will probably be very brief, and then we'll either talk about the Redskins or the Giants tomorrow. Huh?
Bet. We got Steps coming in with us tomorrow.
That's right.
We're gonna have to
talk about some of the MLB trade deadlines and stuff like that.
Yep. I have to see who Steps feels like he's about to make a push the second half of the season after these trade deadlines and all that. So maybe we'll be talking probably a little more baseball tomorrow, but it'll be a little longer show. You don't have to work, right?
I don't have to work, but now that we say that, that means my kids are going to wake up and something's going to happen tomorrow.
That's all right. Steps is here with me. You can always step away.
That's
true. What if we both get called away to kids at the same time? We got to leave Steps alone.
Well, he's a professional. That's why we're bringing him in here.
Professional. He's the best.
This is how he's going to feel if that happens when we both believe him.
You're such fucking dopes. I love you, but you are not serious people.
That guy even kind of looks like Papa Steps.
That's what I'm saying. He's going to be like, you mother.
Yeah, you dirty rats.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you guys tomorrow, bright and early, 4:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you're new, thank you. And thank you to Rumble for throwing us up top to let everyone see this wonderful sports show that we do every single morning, 4:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Smash the like button on your way out. Maybe give us a follow if you liked what you saw today. We'll see you tomorrow, bright and early. And until then,
good luck, good gambling,
and game on.